What's up, everybody? This is Robin Williams with Empower Network, coming to you on 1 August 2013, and it's so crazy because this year is literally flying by as we speak. I mean, it's just crazy. It just seemed like New Year's was just around the corner. It's, I don't know. Time is flying too fast. Anyway, I just want to shoot a video on a technique that I use that I think is very powerful. And honestly, I can't even really say it was just one technique because of the way things turned out. So I don't know if you ever seen a video from me regarding me being able to find my brother, but this technique that I'm going to share with you, or techniques, because I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, allowed me to find my long lost brother who was in another country, who I knew nothing about other than his name, his birth date, and where he was born. And I want to say no one in our family at the time had any contact with him. But prior to the time I started trying to find him, when my brother was in his teenage, excuse me. Woo! Sorry, I have my critter with me today. I don't know if you saw my other video, but my little critter today, she's doing a lot better. But she had surgery. I don't know if you can see her incisions. See her cuts. So she felt like she almost fell off my lap. So I had to make sure I, caught her, I guess. Anyway, where was I? So I found my brother, but pretty much no one had heard anything from him since he was about a young teenager. And honestly, at that time, I think it was just one of my aunts that had some information. But anyway, came a point in time when I, moved away from home. My father was getting older, and I thought it was a good time to actually find my brother so that my dad could meet him. And before I even go further into the story, do not let this story make you think that it's just a coincidence, because it wasn't. I have so many different stories that a coincidence is just, you can throw that in the trash bag. There's no coincidences in life. But anyway, I wanted to find my brother, and he, at the time, was in Germany, and all I could remember was that I wanted him to have some type of business website that will make it easier to find him. At the time, I was searching, hand jamming information in Google and stuff like that, wherever the heck the search engines was that during that time. I think I was using Yahoo. And I remember getting, having people pick up phone calls because I would find him by his name. So I would call people, and then they would not speak English. Nothing ever went through. And I always wish, I was like, man, I hope he speaks English. I hope he, pretty much have a business, everything that I already stated. I just kept hoping. Never could find him. Time went on, and I learned some things about the law of attraction. If you never heard of it, Google The Secret. If you never heard of the law of attraction. I learned some things about the power of our subconscious minds, particularly, I hate that word, a book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, that's sitting right over there in my bookshelf. And I decided to try one of the techniques, and this was years later after I initially tried to find my brother. So I'm trying to make a long story a little bit shorter. I decided to try this one technique. And within 3 days, I had this idea to call one of my old co-workers who was actually living in Germany, which is the country that my brother was in. And I told her, you know, no rush. Just go ahead. If you can search for them, I would greatly appreciate it. It's okay if you can't find anything. I just wanted to give it a try. I figured, you know, since you're in Germany, things may be a little bit different there. And it may be easier for you to find him than it is for me. So within a couple minutes of talking to her on the phone, you know, she asked me, is your brother black? I said, yeah. And she asked me, does he have a business? I'm not even sure if she asked me that. She was like, I think I found him. You know, it's just like within a couple minutes. And I was, you know, starting to get excited, but didn't really want to because I was in disbelief like that quick. You know, I didn't even hang up the phone with you. And so I literally was so excited. I was like, okay, send me the website. She sent me the website. He had a few features that were similar to my dad's, just a few, but he didn't look exactly like my dad. So I was just kind of like, I don't know, you know. But he had the same name, same middle initial, and I decided to call him up that night. So I called him up that night. I explained to him, you know, hey, I'm looking for my brother, and he was born, you know, in Germany. My father left him over there when he was in the military in Vietnam, or not Vietnam, but during the time, you know, he was in the military. And then, what was I saying to him? I said, his birth date is August of, I forget what year it was. And he pretty much stopped, you know, he was listening for a little bit. He said he didn't speak English for like 20 years or something like that. So it was kind of like, this was the first time he was speaking English. It's crazy. And he said, I think it's me. And I told him, okay, well, you know, I think I'm your sister. And then he was kind of in disbelief. And I asked him just to be certain, when is your birthday? And he matched up the birth date perfectly. So I realized, you know, after a few more questions, after a few more confusing incidents, I guess, that he was my brother. And honestly, the crazy thing about it is not the fact that I found my brother. I'm so grateful that I found my, you know, long lost brother. But it was, the craziest thing about it was that I found him exactly the way I wanted to find him. I found him pretty much, he spoke English. He had a business website. And it was easy to find him, I guess, because of it. Just like I had asked years before when I initially tried. That is the craziest part of that story. The technique I used to pretty much find my brother that night, or 3 days after I started, was so simple. You may not even believe me. It was so freaking simple that it's still in like disbelief. You know, in fact, I'm going to start it on something else tonight. Maybe a track, you know, meeting Oprah or something like that. And I'll just have that on my mind. But he, what was it? He he had started a company years ago. He obviously been speaking English for a while. But all of that stuff may make it seem like a coincidence, but it wasn't. When I asked for my brother to have that business website and all that other stuff, I really have no, like, doubt that it was, you know, on purpose for what I was asking for. I say that it may be two different techniques only because years before, this is the stuff I was asking for. A very simple technique. Ask, believe, receive. That's pretty simple. You ask for what you want. You know, you believe that you're going to have it and that it's going to be there, and then you receive it. Pretty simple. The second technique, I think, is what kind of hooked it for me. It was a technique in there in this Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And they pretty much told you to have the thing that you want to achieve on your mind over and over and over and over again before you go to sleep. Every night, that's what you're supposed to fall asleep with, that thing on your mind. And so that's what I did for my brother. And within 3 days, I have this idea, or someone gave me the idea to contact this person. And she found him within a couple of minutes. I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think any of the things that I've accomplished using the law of attraction was a coincidence. I mean, I had times where I was actually writing down the type of furniture I wanted in life or whatever when I was at my apartments, and I wanted to have certain furniture and I wanted to feel a certain way about it and all this other stuff. And I had someone visit me who never ever, I don't think they ever gifted me anything within the 4 or 5 years that I knew her. And not only that, they came within a couple days of me doing this process, the technique, just simply writing down what you want and why you want it and what you would feel, you know, if you had it. And I was talking about all this furniture that I wanted, and all of a sudden she appears. You know, I haven't seen her in a couple years, but we had set a date to meet up. Didn't say anything about these processes I was doing. Didn't give her any hint that I was looking for furniture. But she showed up with a mirror, like a little wall mirror that matched my furniture perfectly in my bedroom. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that me pretty much attracting a trip to Dubai was a coincidence. I mean, it may sound like a coincidence, but I highly doubt it. It was the number one spot. The number one spot I wanted to go to in my life. And honestly, you guys, before I learned about any of these techniques, I was pretty much not attracting anything I wanted. I wasn't attracting, you know, awesome vacations. I wasn't attracting awesome cars. I wasn't attracting a house. I wasn't attracting anything. It was kind of just being, you know, like when you're so unaware. At the time, it was just like I was there. I was being. And when you start to learn to use techniques and you start to see things manifest into your reality, you start realizing how powerful you are. And every single one of us are powerful. I'm no more powerful than you, and you are no more powerful than me. We're all equally powerful. And so, with wanting the number one place to go to, it's kind of like I have to work backwards now. You know, I'm working on my number 2, and honestly, guys, I have no doubt that my move that I have coming up in September, October time frame is not part of my attracting forces that I have within me. And I was trying so hard because I'm in the military, and I pretty much have to move when the military say to move, you know, and I'm living in Maryland right now. I get orders for Japan, and I'm like, what is going on? I have this innate ability, just like anybody else, really, to attract what type of people I want to be around and where I want to go. And if I don't like an office environment, I don't necessarily have to say I don't like this office environment and start disturbing the peace, or that the peace that seems to be there. But I honestly just hold an image in my head of what I want my office, the environment to be about. And honestly, guys, things shift around. People move or whatever. I start attracting more people that I like and enjoy and that are more positive. I never get stuck in the office with people I don't like, point blank. I mean, if I do, it's very brief. You know, it's not going to last. And I was thinking about this trip to Japan. What is it? What is it that is attracting me to move to Japan? I never asked for that. I never asked for Japan, you know, so I'm a firm believer you get what you ask for. I thought about it. My number 2 vacation spot is very, 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 very attainable from Japan. It went from being a couple $1,000s round trip just for a plane ticket, not for anything else, just for a plane ticket from the United States to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. When I was thinking about it, I said, you know, I wonder how close Kuala Lumpur is to Japan. And I'm like the worst in geography, you know. Don't ask me where anything is, okay? Don't ask me where Earth is, period. Don't ask me anything. So that's how bad I am. So I had to kind of look it up, you know. I had to be like, well, how close is Kuala Lumpur to Japan? Because I really want to go to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And I looked it up, and lo and behold, it's 200. I don't know how far it is. I still don't know. I can't tell you what direction. But I can tell you that it's not a couple $1,000s round trip for each person. It is approximately $200. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. It's on. Send me to Japan. I'm going to Kuala Lumpur. And then while I'm there, I'm just going to travel all over Asia as much as I can. So, I don't think it was a mistake that I received those orders. Honestly, guys, just be open-minded to these type of techniques. These are the type of techniques that we use in our business day to day that almost guarantees your success. And I cannot guarantee your success legally. And honestly, if you if you want to make money in this company, it's up to your own results. Everybody's results are different. But if I could guarantee it, I would, but I can't do it legally. That if you use these techniques, you get around us in Empower Network, and you get around these people with success, and you do what they tell you to do, you do little different techniques, you start reading every day, you start exploring the world, you start experiencing things that you never even knew existed. And I mean, it might sound like hocus pocus. I don't know if that's the right word to use. It might sound like abracadabra language to you, just having something on your mind every day before you go to bed and having it manifest into your life. But honestly, guys, just you owe it to yourself to be open-minded, to at least try it for, 30 to 90 days or even a year. And it'd be worth for some people to even try it for a year if they could, and just get all in this Empower Network. Start attracting the life of your dreams today. I'm so mad. I'm shooting a 20-minute video. It's really 16 minutes right now. But I don't know if I'm going to stop talking. And I'm thankful that you're listening, but I hope you're open-minded enough to actually give it a go, because honestly, you guys, the information that they have here, I keep turning around. I'm looking at my books because that's one of the things we do. I'm just going to be open and upfront with you. We do read a lot in Empower Network, and I don't mean like somebody's going to make you read. It's up to you to do your reading, but it is one of the most essential things that you can do with your business, and it's a science behind it. It's not just because Empower Networks wants professional people that read steadily and all this other stuff. It's not because of that. It's because you need this type of material to grow scientifically. It's a science behind it that people will start coming to you. You will start attracting people to you. You will start being a leader. You will start growing in ways that you never even imagined. And honestly, I know that there's no other business more powerful than Empower Network. So if you're looking for opportunity, just get in. Don't waste time. Just jump in, start growing, start reading daily, start listening to audio, start, blogging, doing whatever you need to do. Tell others, make money, collect your check. Most importantly, you want to start making your dreams come true. Okay. And most importantly, you want to start helping other people to make their dreams come true. And, that's my goal here in 2013, to help 1,000 people, pretty much reach their dreams with Empower Network, to help them build their empire that they want to build with Empower Network. Anyway, if that's you, get in, get all in, click the link to whatever I have. It may be down below, it may be to the side, or I doubt it's up there. I don't think I ever have links, but just in case, it may be up there. Click the link, get in, get all in, and I'll see you on the top. Peace.